What is going on, guys, and welcome to HTML tutorial in brackets. What is going on, guys, and welcome to HTML tutorial in brackets. In this video, we're just going to recap the things that we learned, because I always think that as you're studying something, you don't want to go too far ahead before remembering the stuff that you covered. Otherwise, you're just going to keep forgetting everything, and we're going to have to come back anyway. So the first thing that we covered, that if we want to create a title in HTML, we would have to create a heading element. And we have 6 choices. We have heading 1 to heading 6, and obviously the heading 1 would be the biggest. So over here, I'm just going to write heading, and I'm going to say that I am the title, right? And over here, I just have to be more careful. I am the title. Okay, so I have title. Now, underneath here, let's create a heading over 6. And I'm just going to close this, and I'm going to say I am smaller title. And you know what? I'm just going to go over here, and I'm going to zoom out a little bit so it looks a little bit better. So I have I am title and I am smaller title. So we have 2 headings. One is the biggest and one is the smallest. The next thing what we covered was that if we want to create an image, we would have to create an image element. However, with the image element, we would have to start using attributes. And in this case, it's going to be source attribute. And this would tell us where the image is located. And then we covered that if we create a folder over here, we would have to actually specify which folder we want. So in this case, it's going to be images. And then we have 2 choices. But because we want to stick with something funny, we're just going to go with Kevin Hart over here. And then we covered that we can start adding attributes over here. One of them could be, let's say, over here. And one of them could be, let's say, I don't know, like a height or width. So let's write width. So now we have added an image to our page, and now we have 2 titles, one smaller, one bigger, and the image. But also we covered that images have possible more attributes. And let's say we could have changed the width over here. And we could say, I don't know, 300 over here. Or we could say 100. And the same would be for the height. And then we covered that there's also a alt attribute that would basically be responsible if the image is not showing, then the text would be showing. So in this case, Kevin Hart would be displayed if the image is, for example, you cannot download image. So let's say if I would delete this, you would have over here alt, and it would be Kevin Hart, right? And the last thing that we covered so far was the fact that if we want to add text, we would have to create a paragraph over here. And in this case, I'm just going to say, this is website about Kevin Hart, or this website, not this is website. So this website is about Kevin Hart, and we covered that HTML is white space collapsing. So if I would be creating over here any type of new lines, it would just still read as one big code. And if I would want to add a new line, I would have to create a line break like this over here. And so if I would want to create a line break, I would create a break tag like this. And then my text is showing over here in new line. And if I could do the same thing. I could just copy this one over here. And if I would want to create a new lines in between some paragraphs, I could still do the same thing. I can just paste this, and then I could copy some more times, and you can see that I'm creating more spaces in between the paragraphs. This is going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.